Howdy, freelancers, people living in the feast. How you doing today? So this question comes to you by way of social media, actually. But it's also, I was actually having a really in-depth conversation with one of my coaching clients 2 days ago about this. And he asked about social media marketing. Is it really worth doing? Well, this is one of those things that a lot of people have a problem with and they ask too, is it dead? Is it something worth investing in? All these kind of questions. And well, Forbes came out with an article saying that content marketers should be warned. And all of that is in quotes, right? Now, I don't know if that's just a scare tactic at all, but they go on in the article to say that social media has plummeted since 2015, right? But basically what they say is that if you're using the same approach that you did back in 2015, it's 50% less effective today. So I agree with Forbes. If you consistently do anything for too long in tech, eventually it'll stop paying off, right? Tech moves way too fast and you have to adjust accordingly, right? So one of the things is you have to remember social media, you're on somebody else's land. You're renting their space. So whatever it is that they are doing to make money or bring in revenue, whatever it is, or just features that they want to try and add to, that could change the game, right? Facebook does it all the time. The Facebook algorithm now is pushing down Facebook pages, right? They want to encourage engagement. And this is because it's a social media platform. It's supposed to be social. You're supposed to have conversations with people. And a lot of, and myself included, used it as a blasting or a fire hose technique where we just pushed out links and things that, relates to our business, right? So I've used Twitter for a long, long time. I think I got an alert that it was 10 years now. I think that was the email that I got, which I was kind of surprised about. But I used it to build my business, both in regards to clients and my network of colleagues and friends, right? I used automation like Buffer and Meet Edgar and all of those other things to push out things, right? And what I noticed was over maybe last year during the springtime, maybe summertime, I noticed my engagement on Twitter wasn't really doing that well, or it was doing well enough, but I wanted more, right? I wanted to be more purposeful and be myself on these things, right? So I was like, all right, let me track this a little bit, right? And luckily, Twitter has analytics that you can download, right? And so what I did was I downloaded the past 2 months and then shut my automation off. And now, mind you, I was sending out one tweet every hour, whether it was my stuff or somebody else's stuff. It was basically just a fire hose. So I shut it off. And interestingly enough, what I found was that, well, my engagement metrics went up, right? My impressions per tweet went up. The links, my URL clicks went up. I mean, they went up double, right? My number of tweets went down, but my followers came up. My engagement rate went double or triple rather. And, even my reply rate, which makes sense, went up. So all of my engagement, my awareness kind of things, my metrics that Twitter allows you to see went up because I shut the automation off. And what happened, my assumption was that people were becoming blind to me, right? They were seeing that every hour I was going to send something out, and eventually they start to ignore it, right? You ignore the sidebars of websites now, the advertisements that are there. You don't even bother looking at commercials anymore. You fast forward through them, right? So I think if you use social media as an awareness tool, it could still very much work for you, right? Use it to jump into conversations, right? So, and this isn't a pitch, I'm sorry, but the Freelancer Sales Kit, I go in and tell you how to set up a sales bot, I call it, basically to go out and search social media for certain keywords, things that people are having problems with, and then be able to jump into those conversations and help people, right? Once you help people and serve people and add to the community, then they're more likely to say, hey, when I have a bigger problem, I'm going to go to this person, right? If you want more information on the sales kit, you could just go to rezzz.com/sales kit, check it out there. But, I think if you look at social media as more of an awareness tool for your business rather than a selling tool for your business, that'll go a long way. Be yourself. It's social. Remember, it's a cocktail party. Jump in, meet some people, help some people, add value to the greater community. But if you use it like a fire hose, eventually you're just going to be another bot, or even worse, maybe a billboard that nobody pays attention to. So think about that, and definitely leave me a message in Anchor or hit me up on any of the social media platforms. I'm at Rezzz on Twitter if you want to go socialize there. I'll be more than happy to. And until next time, it's your time to live in the feast.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.